What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you guys how to do some CEO stuff. Alright, so the key thing here is to make sure you find a decent lobby with not so many people in it. Okay, so first of all, this is the kind of lobby that I do want to avoid. You can see how many people are in here, especially like biker gangs, CEOs, stuff like that. Just to avoid any problems, I'm going to make sure that I'm not in one of these specific lobbies because of how bad they can ruin everything for you. So let's go ahead and find another one. Okay, so check this out, guys. I am in a lobby by myself, which is what I was just looking for. This is going to make things a lot easier for me, just because I don't have to worry about dealing with some crazy people that just want to blow me up all the time. Alright, so I just got into my office. First thing you're going to notice is that I have Kip Inc. right there. You get to name your own company, so that's kind of cool. The reason why I'm making this video, though, is just because I feel like Rockstar did not do a good job of explaining the CEO stuff at all. You just kind of have to stumble into it and figure out what you're doing and figure out how to make some money and which way is the most efficient. And that's probably why you're watching this YouTube video right now, honestly, is just because they don't know how to explain it very well.
Good to see you, boss.
So obviously you've got a secretary and all that stuff. She does kind of some cool
Hi
things.
there.
Basically, you can
What
go
do
up
you
to
need?
her and
Anything
you
to
can
keep
either
you
leave the
productive,
office or
boss.
get free snacks, stuff like that. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got money stacked all over the place. I have TVs, I have drugs, I have cigars, I have champagne, I have all this stuff. When you first get your CEO office, you're not going to have anything in here. It's literally going to be a blank slate. You have the couches and some desks and stuff like that, but you don't have all this clutter or anything like that. It's just kind of basically just like a normal office. And the more you get into your business, the more you make, obviously the more stuff you get inside your office. Okay, so right here, if you pull up your phone, you go to the website, maybe internet, whatever, go to Dynasty 8 Executive. This right here is where you purchase your office or your CEO building. Basically, you've got a couple different places. What I found out is it seems to me that Maze Bank West, which is this one, is the most popular just because it's one of the cheapest ones. That's the reason why I bought it, was because I literally didn't have very much money and I wanted to make some money, so I made an investment in this place. When I'm in a busy server with a lot of people, this is where they're at, and it's kind of bad just because every time I fly my helicopter in or I'm trying to get in my office, there's always somebody here and they're always trying to kill me. So I kind of wish that I would have chose just a regular maze bank over here. But as you can see, that's got a pretty steep price tag on it, and that's something that I can barely afford right now. So if you're willing to pay the price, you can get a good location and not have to worry about too many people killing you. Okay, so when you buy your CEO office, you're gonna have a couple things you can do. You can change the way it looks. Personally, I like this one, but like I say, everything has a price attached to it. So once again, I went with the cheapest one, and basically just was trying to be profitable. The next step is you get to make the name of your company. So I have Kip Inc. here, just because, Notorious KIP, stuff like that, Basically, I'm happy with it. Then the other things that you get to pick are gun locker and safe. I already have those features, so I don't have to worry about purchasing them anymore, but, that's something that it does cost money. It costs about $1 million for both, I think, or a little over that. But it's a pretty sweet feature, and then you can also get like, a bed in here so you can quick save, stuff like that. But basically that's all just wasted money. I don't really want to deal with that stuff. So once you purchase the office, you obviously can come in here. Let me show you some sweet things about this. You have the money safe right here, which is pretty sweet. This is one of the accommodations, or I guess features, that I bought with my CEO office. This thing does empty and fill up. If you're broke, this thing's not going to be very full. If you're rich, obviously you're going to have quite a bit of money. Like me, you'll have it stacked along the sides, everything like that. Then you have this this gun safe. Now, when I bought this, I didn't know that it was, I guess, functional. But you can definitely like customize your weapons wheel and disable some weapons that you don't really use. Just kind of sweet stuff like that, and you know, it just kind of helps eliminate scrolling through weapons that you don't care much for. So it's just kind of a nice feature to have. I don't know of anywhere else that you can customize that. But anyways, that's kind of cool. So here's what we got going on here. This is where you buy jobs and stuff like that. Okay, so if you need to buy a warehouse, if you need to set up some jobs so you can make some money, this is where it all happens. You're the only person that can sit in this chair. If you're the owner of that office, your friends can't sit in it. It's just you. You don't have to worry about anybody else sitting in here. It's your chair. It's specific to you, so it's kind of cool. Okay, so you have 3 different type of missions here. You have special cargo, vehicle cargo, and special vehicle work. I only do the special cargo. A lot of people do the vehicle cargo. It's personal preference, honestly. It's whatever you want to do. But you can see that once you get in here, it kind of gives you a detailed list of how much money you've made and how many warehouses you have and stuff like that. You can see my success rate and how many sales I've done, all that stuff. I've done 9 sales. I've made almost 6 million. I would say that that's a pretty good turnaround. I don't know what you guys consider a good turnaround, but you know, 6 million in 6 sales is pretty good to me. That's definitely paying a little bit more than I think the heists do. Okay, so right here, this is a list of all the warehouses that you can purchase in this game. Keep in mind that these are cargo warehouses. These aren't vehicle warehouses. So, basically you don't have to worry about mixing them up and accidentally buying one when you want to do the other. They're all cargo. You can see they're all crates and stuff like that. Okay. So you have the small ones. The small ones don't seem very profitable. I know that they cost about $1 million. Obviously pretty expensive too. If you're gonna get into CEO stuff, plan on spending at least $2 million, if not more. I've got a little bit more invested in mine, but that's because I wanted some features. You guys don't have to have those though. So the small warehouses hold typically, I think it was like, let me go back up here. I think it was like 26 crates or something like that. 16. So 16 crates, you're gonna get about 400,000 out of each sale, and that's if you're doing pretty good. Generally, it don't take long to fill these up, but you're definitely gonna notice it. You want to do bigger sales and not have to, run the circle as much. So when I originally started this, I bought a medium one because I did my research on YouTube, and I decided that I wanted to have a medium one. I didn't want to waste my money on a small one. So you can see right here, once I select my warehouse that I have purchased, this one was like 1.5 mil or 1.3, I can't remember, something like that, but it was a good amount. Anyways, I'm super happy with this warehouse. I think that there's some sweet perks to having this, just because of the location. You can see it's in the center of town. So whether my missions clear up in Blaine County, whether I'm down LSIA, it's kind of a central location, which is really, really nice. And basically I don't have to worry about traveling real far. So right here you can see that I have started a cargo shipment. Let me show you this. So you have 2 different ways you can leave the building. You can exit via vehicle. This way you can get in a buzzer chopper. You can see that that does cost money. The other way that you can do it is you can come over here. You can order a vehicle to be here via your secretary. I just want to show you another sweet feature of being a CEO. You don't have to call your mechanic and do all the wait time. Basically, you can just go to CEO vehicles right here, go to Buzzard, and what do you know? There's a Buzzard right there. Alright, so we're rolling up on the cargo now. Obviously, I can go ahead and destroy these guys. Something you're going to notice that these guys are extremely powerful. They're a little too good sometimes. I mean, they're really good sharpshooters. They'll snipe me out of this thing without any hesitation. So it's important that you kind of keep your distance so that they don't mess you up so bad. Okay, so you can see here I've taken down the shipment. My crate is right there in the water, as you can see. Now we gotta try and not sink my helicopter while going and picking it up. Alright, we got it. Okay, so once you've got your crate, you want to head back to the warehouse. And like I say, I like the location of my warehouse just because it's kind of center of town. It would have been nice had I, you know, bought the $4 million maze bank, just because my warehouse is right next to it. I do think about purchasing it every once in a while, but overall I'm pretty happy with the Maze Bank West. Like I say, it's not too bad. Okay, so some other things that you should know is basically that all the missions are going to change up a little bit. They're never really just the same. It's kind of crazy how many missions they've come out with and how detailed Rockstar got with it. But they do get kind of repetitive once you've done, you know, as many shipments as I have and as many jobs as I have. Okay, so we go into my warehouse, we deliver it, everything's all peachy. Now I am officially full. I do not have any room inside this place. When you purchase this place, when you come in here, it's going to be a blank slate. There won't be any crates in here. There won't be anything. So it's just kind of, you know, you got to fill it up, and it's kind of cool how you can actually keep inventory and check your stock. You know, every once in a while you get a call from your secretary saying that there's a special cargo shipment. Basically, those are really, really good to jump on if you have the time, or if you've got, you know, a good lobby, just because basically they pay a lot. Like this right here is a special shipment. It's some rare hide or something like that they paid me like $118,000 for. So it's really, really nice. That shipment that we just picked up, basically it's going to be right over here. It always stacks from the bottom and left to right, and it'll go top, left to right, and then it'll go to the next row. But we just picked up some biohazard stuff. Let me show you how much money we can make just by selling all this. So we go right here, we get on our laptop. This is where you do all your business and you sell stuff. So you can see that I have this Homeopathic Holdings Ltd. Basically that's my special items. So that one rare hide that I have back there is worth $131,000. Okay, so from here we're gonna go ahead and just sell this special item. We just want to do the special item by itself. I know nobody else is in here, but I don't want to risk anything as far as like losing a big shipment, especially with one of these special items. So
okay, the sale's on.
Here we go.
The goods have been moved onto a boat down at the docks. You need to take the boat out to a drop-off off the coast to make the sale. Have a good trip.
Okay, so I have done this one before. Basically, I'm pretty sure that we're going to get on a tugboat, and then that's just going to take us, we're going to drive it out to the water to another sailboat, and that's 131 grand right there. Yeah, so you can see up in the top left corner there, it's saying that basically if we do small shipments, that we'll make, well, I guess we'll have more time. So when you're doing cargo drops and stuff like that, and you're doing crates and all this stuff, basically all the other players are going to get a little mission or a challenge to see if they can destroy you. So sometimes the missions seem a little easy when you're in these lobbies, but you got to imagine if you had a full lobby and they saw that one red box that pays them like 2 grand. Okay, so you can see here we're pulling up to the harbor here. We've got a little tugboat right there, like I say. I've done this one before. And we're just gonna land, get in the tugboat, and see what we can make of it. Obviously, you're not going to have just like a get in the boat and then you're done. You're going to have some challenges. You know, people are gonna try and kill you. Whether it's, you know, people from the lobby or some other things. It's not going to be easy, I can put it that way for you. So let's get up here, let's drive the boat. This thing is drop dead slow. let's see if we can make it there on time. Alright, so here is the enemies. Like I say, it's not going to be easy. Sometimes it is nice to have teammates to help you out. But generally it's not too bad to take them out by yourself. Alright, so you can see we're getting close. Basically, once we get there, all the money's ours. We respawn back on the island, and we can do it over again. It does help to have some buddies. I'll explain that in another video, how you can take care of those guys and maybe pay them. Just because with the CEO stuff, you have a hard time paying your buddies and your associates. They get like a small chunk of change per hour for working for you, but it's definitely not enough to make it worth it for them. So, you know, you definitely want to figure out a way how to pay them, and I can show you in the next video. I'll post a link in the video, that way you guys know about it. But as you can see, I made a lot of money. Let's go bank that and see how much I've got now. Nice, just broke 5 mil. That's what I like. Alright guys, I will catch you on the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up,